Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. Today I'm back with another makeup video. I know, who is she? And I'm basically going to be showing you how to achieve a two-toned eyeshadow look, whether you want to do green and purple or green and red or two other colors entirely. These techniques should apply to anything you decide to do. So without further ado, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and let's get into the makeup tutorial. All right, I like to start with my eyes, so I'm gonna start by priming them with my Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. And then since the eyes are the most up in the air part of this process, I'm gonna start with the eyes. So first I'm just putting some translucent powder all over my crease to kind of help me blend my colors together. And then we're just gonna go in with our first transition shade. So the transition shade should be a little bit darker than your skin tone, and you're gonna wanna use the same shade on both of your eyes because that's gonna be one small step that we can take to help your eyes go together even though they don't match. I'm gonna pull a transition shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and most of my other shades are going to be coming from this Morphe palette right here. This is the 35C. So with my Sigma E40 and my transition shade, I'm going to start, oh my gosh, what is that? I'm gonna start kind of buffing that into my crease. And usually when I use transition shades, just because they're like so easy to blend because they're so similar to my skin tone, I focus on doing windshield wiper motions. I feel like circular motions help the most when you really need to blend a difficult color. So as we get into darker colors, the darker the color, the lower in the crease you're going to go. I'm going to do one eye at a time, and then I'm just gonna wipe off my brushes after I'm done and use the same brushes to do the other eye. So let's start with the green eye. Since we're starting with our lighter colors and then getting darker as we go, I'm going to start with my lightest shade of green and place that pretty much over the color that I just put down, but a little bit lower than the color I just put down. And each time I pick up my brush, I'm going to make sure that I am not picking up too much. That's the one thing I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing, because the second you pick up too much, you can't go back. It's better to add just a little bit at a time to make sure that you're blending properly as you go. Like I said, once I get into the more difficult to blend colors, which for me is pretty much anything that's not like a shade of tan, I start to use more circular motions than windshield wiper motions, just really focusing the circular motions deep into my crease, and then using the windshield wiper motions to blend it up higher. I'm actually gonna zoom you all in a little bit more. I forgot to do that. So now taking my same fluffy brush, this is the Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush, I'm going to go in with more of a mid-toned, not mid-tone, but mid. I'm just gonna go in with a slightly darker green, basically, and do the same thing, but keep it a little bit lower in my crease. So I'm just gonna kinda start blending that in. And then that took like half a second, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my darkest green. Same brush, but only keeping the color on the very tip of the brush. And I'm gonna put that into the deepest part of my crease to start adding some dimension. Since I have eyes that kind of fold when I open them, I'm gonna do some of this with my eyes open just to make sure I'm bringing the color up high enough that you can actually see it when I open my eyes. So I had it really low, but then when I open my eyes, you can't even see what I just did. And then if you need to go back to your first brush and apply any more of the light green or just use it to blend, that might also help a bit. So I'm gonna call that crease a day and go ahead and add my lid color. I think this is gonna be a really pretty shimmery forest green. Once you add your lid color, you're gonna wanna go back with your two darkest greens. We've only used 3, but I usually go back with first the mid-tone one and then second the darkest one. And you can use your same fluffy brush you've been using, but I'm gonna use a slightly smaller one and just add that to the outer third of my eyelid. And this will just kind of help blend the lid color and your crease colors together. This should really only take a second. See, I'm just darkening up that outer third a little bit. If you need to darken up your crease a little bit, or use any of your brushes to help blend out the color you just put on your lid, feel free to do that. So I'm literally just gonna wipe my brush off on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna start doing the same techniques with the same amount of colors on the other eye, but in purple. Starting with the lightest purple. I don't think I've ever used this color in my life, so I have no idea if this is gonna blend well, but we're about to find out. I feel like the most important thing to keep in mind when you're doing two-tone makeup looks is that you have to remember what you did on one eye so that you can do the same thing on the other eye. Now going in with the darker color. This is why I like to keep looks like this really simple. So as you can see, I'm literally only using 3 shades in my crease, plus a transition shade, so 4 I guess. When you keep it simple, it's easier to remember what you did on each eye. I'm really just trying to add some dimension to the look. So like I said earlier, you might want to open up your eye a little bit so that you can tell how high you're bringing your colors. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my lid color. The hardest part about this is making sure that you're using colors that are equally as dark as each other. I'm just gonna start packing that onto my lid. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but I can just wipe that away afterwards. So just like I did with the green eye, I'm going to take my dark purple and put it on the outer third of my lid to help blend my lid into my crease a little bit better. Okay, I still feel like the purple one is not bright enough. It's a little bit darker than the green eye, so let's see, what do I have? I'm gonna try layering this other color on top of it. The whole eye is still darker than the green eye, but I give up. I give up. It's the best that I can do. Okay, so now it's time to do the things that are gonna make this look feel a little bit more symmetrical and tie everything together. We're going to do winged eyeliner, we are going to do eyebrows, we're going to do our water lines, and of course, the rest of our face. I'm gonna start with the eyeliner. So for eyeliner, I use the Kat Von D Ultra Ink Liner for my inner corner because it's waterproof. And then I'm gonna use this $3 e.l.f. liner, I don't even know what it's called, for the rest of my eyeliner. This stuff, if you are on the market for some really cheap but good eyeliner, this stuff is black. It's a paintbrush style tip. It is not waterproof, so if you get it wet at all, it will immediately smudge, but that's not really much of a problem for me. I love it. I'm a huge fan. So I'm gonna do that off camera. I don't know how I would do it on camera, and I'm just gonna snap when I'm done. Ready? 1, 2, or no, maybe I can do a fun transition. I should be filming this on TikTok right now. What am I doing with my life? Okay, you ready? How did I do? The next step is brows, and I know this is really exciting to watch. I honestly considered doing it off camera, but then I was like, no, Shelby, be a good YouTuber and show them. I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and as per usual, I guess I'll show you kind of what I do. I do it, well, maybe I don't do it the same as I used to do it. I don't know why I do this, but I start in like the middle part of my brow, kind of like right here. And then I go up here to the top of the arch and I start filling that area in, which like kind of needs some help. And then I move on to the tail, and I just try to not make her too skinny or too thick, and I always fail and they look different. And then I brush through it with my little brush, and then I do this part like really, really lightly. And like that's pretty much it. I've gotten so fast at my makeup, guys. It's crazy. I think I used to spend longer doing it because I was very passionate about it, honestly. Not to be depressing or anything. But now I still like makeup, but it's not like my main creative outlet anymore. So I just kind of, I do colorful stuff, but I don't spend as long doing it anymore. This eyebrow I do in a different order, I guess because it's built different than the other eyebrow, you know? Now my favorite part, I'm going to go in with kind of a light concealer, which will do both highlighting and it'll help me clean up my brows a little bit. The problem is that I often screw up my brows more doing this step than if I just would have never done it. I can do my face makeup so fast. Like, it's so easy for me nowadays. So first, I do concealer. No foundation, guys. This is the quarantine look for me. We do concealer, we blend, and then we take our tiny e.l.f. concealer brush and we do some spot concealing, nothing crazy. I'm not going for a full coverage look. I never am. My foundation never matches my face, so why would I? And then here's the kicker. We take our L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation and we use it as bronzer. So I basically put just a little bit, come on now, right there, up here, and I put some on my nose right here, but only right here, not the bottom part. because I don't like foundation on my nose. It just makes it look like not real skin. And then we set our liquid bronzer slash foundation moment with more bronzer, powder bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I just do a little bit down here. I start looking a little bit orange, but that's fine. And then we go back in with our RCMA No Color powder, which will get rid of some of the orangeness, and we just like do a thin dusting over everything, really. Although I just realized the main reason I do this is to keep it from coming off on my mask, and I'm not wearing a mask right now. I'm at home by myself. And then we'll do just a tiny bit of blush. I keep it up here, but that's also mostly because of my mask. And then I also put some on the tip of my nose because that's a vibe. Since I have not decided about highlighter yet, because do I do a green highlighter, purple highlighter? What do I do? I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eyes. Pretty simple stuff here, guys. I'm gonna take the darkest purple and this like flat definer brush right here, and I'm just gonna put some purple on that lower lash line. We're practically just doing finishing touches. I'm like really blowing through this right now. Oh my gosh, I just started doing it on the other eye. Oh, if you need to blend that out with a different brush, like a fluffier brush, go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna take some pencil eyeliner and I'm gonna line my, what's it called? I'm gonna do my tight line and my water line down here. And I think doing the waterline will help tie in both of the eyes. I always like to take a little bit of black eyeshadow to help blend the black eyeliner into my lower lash line. Before I put on mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my brows. So first, I think for highlight, I'm just gonna use like a whitish. Let's go ahead and set our brows with some gel and put on some mascara, and then maybe I'll do green and purple, at least on the inner corner. Lately, I've been using the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I actually really like it. You probably won't be able to tell it before and after because my eyelashes literally don't curl no matter what. I can't find my highlighting brush. I'm gonna highlight with this tiny little brush, and I'm just gonna use the same like whitish colored highlighter that I put on my brow bone for my cheekbones, but I am going to use a purple and green highlighter for my inner corners. Where's my highlighting brush? Now for the inner corner, I absolutely love the Moonchild palette. So I'm gonna get my brush wet. I don't get to use this green highlighter enough, so this will be fun. Boom. Yes, okay, I am gonna put some on my brow bone. Ooh, there she is. If you want the look to feel a little bit more symmetrical, then you could go for the same colored highlight on both eyes, but I'm crazy like that, you know? I wanna just go all out. Go all, what's the phrase? Go big or go home. I'm gonna put on more mascara, and then we'll do lips and setting spray and call it a day. This mascara is so good. I'm gonna line my lips, like fill in my lips with this red color first because I don't have a purple lip liner. And then I'm gonna use the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Chianti. The only reason I used the lip liner was because this lipstick is not very opaque and it's also kind of drying, so I thought the lip liner would be a nice barrier and backup in case the liquid lipstick starts to come off. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned how to achieve a simple two-toned eyeshadow look. If you do anything like this, even if it's like just for fun and very casual, you should totally send me a picture. I would love to see that. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos of mine. I post a new video every week pretty much. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon with another video. Bye!
Stop.